Yeah, 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 it's your boy E-Man, Falcons Fandemic, we on that plan, all the hype in the city, let me break it down. Atlanta Falcons, wear the crown, cruising down Peachtree in my Falcons gear, pockets on the speakers, E-Man's here, covering the news, all the buzz on the block, Fandemic family, yeah, we can't be stopped, yeah.
Falcon fans, welcome back to another pop-up show from Atlanta, Falcons Fandemic. Guys, can we feel that energy? Can we feel it? We are live. I think I'm a little loud here, but I'm energized today, guys. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I'm really energized today. Y'all got to let me know how y'all feeling today. Are y'all anticipated as much as I am about this big game tonight against these Buffalo Bills? I know I'm ecstatic. I can't wait. But it's Monday Night Football. It's prime time. Mercedes-Benz is about to explode. I mean, people are starting to load in, getting in their seats, getting ready. We're about a good hour away from kickoff. Well, is it an hour? Might be less than an hour now. But anyway, I just wanted to come to real quick and give my keys to this game. But first of all, whether you're tying in live here on YouTube, hanging out with us on Facebook, or follow along with me on Twitter, guys, tonight the Falcons welcome in the Buffalo Bills. And this isn't just any game. Not for me, that is. It's a statement piece, right? This is where we show the entire league who the 2025 Atlanta Falcons truly are, right? The stakes couldn't be higher. But we're talking about the Super Bowl contender coming into our house. Our Falcons, fresh off a bye week. We're ready to shock the world, show what we've been ready to show all along. We're diving into the keys of the victory of this game. It's a crucial matchup for us, right? We have every opportunity to fly higher than we've ever been before. I sounded like that man, didn't I? I'm not gonna mention his name. Y'all know who it is. But let's get this thing started. Let's rise up, right? But this, like I said, this isn't just a prime time game, right? It's a measuring stick for the Falcons and a pivotal get right game for the Buffalo Bills. You know, we came off this bye week, or are coming off this bye week, and it's all about reestablishing our identity, right? And establishing our road to the playoffs. You're talking about one of the most impressive defenses. They're ranking high in yards allowed. And their offense led by running back, I said that wrong. Our offense led by running back Bijan Robinson is built to take over this game. It will be a statement win for us, bar none. Doggone, guys, I just lost my stream. Hold on, give me a second, guys. I don't know what happened there. All right, there we go. I don't know what happened there. That's what the downside of having all these screens set up. But anyway, but welcome everybody to the live chat. Like I said, this is a pop-up show. I wanted to come up because I'm feeling real energized right now, right? And I just wanted to see what everybody, how they're feeling. But we're going to talk about the keys to this game. It's going to be critical for us to win this game, right? Win, lose, or draw. We have to put on a good show. We have to play the Bills strong, contain Josh Allen and all his little, his running ability. But like I said, this will be a signature victory to prove that we are a legitimate playoff threat. This NFC race is getting tighter and tighter, and this is not what we wanted, right? We wanted to see more of Atlanta Falcons running away with this division. We knew Tampa Bay was going to be competitive, very competitive, right? But we're we're home taking down, inviting a team whose pedigree could send shockwaves through the league if we send them back home with a loss, right? This is a crucial home test for Michael Penix, who has shown plenty of flashes, right? But now he's arguably facing the toughest defense this year. His ability to lead the offense and avoid turnovers will determine if the Falcons can keep the pace. We have to control the pace. And to win, Atlanta must lean on David Robinson, exploit a Bills rush defense that has been vulnerable, and keeping MVP quarterback Josh Allen off the field. You know, the Buffalo Bills enter here in Atlanta as Super Bowl favorites, but they are wounded. They are shocked by a division rival in their last outing against the New England Patriots. They show where and how Atlanta can beat the Buffalo Bills. Right, the pressure is mounting on this franchise. They are the AFC Championship. Are they that true championship team, or should we send them home with a bust mentality? Can we expose them to that much? I think we can. I think we can. For the Bills, this game is about quickly putting that loss against New England behind them. A convincing victory here is necessary to reassert their dominance in the AFC and keep the pace for that #1 seed. The MVP factor is Josh Allen and the Bills. You know, their explosive offense must play a clean 60-minute game against a top-ranked Falcons defense. They need to execute consistently and show the precision expected of an elite contending unit. The run defense, the Buffalo's defense has struggled against the run, and they now face one of the most dynamic running backs in the league. How they handle Bijan Robinson will be a factor storyline and a potential weakness that could be exploited later on. And like I said, I was talking about that playoff contention. This could be that matchup again. It could come back to be into fruition. We could go down this road again, but we must rely on Bijan Robinson and our run game to wear down this Buffalo Bills defense. Now, tonight's matchup, guys, it's a clash of the styles. The Falcons run-focused defense minded against the Bills' high-powered aerial assault. The winner gains invaluable momentum. You know, as the season heads towards we get to the middle of the season, while the loser will be left with serious questions about their ability to contend for a championship. Right now, people may say, "Well, if we lose, we losing against a team that's Super Bowl caliber." But that's the least of it, guys. We have to win this game. We have to show these Bills. We have to show the league, and this is where our respect start to come. Right? We hand the Bills a loss here. Oh, the stage will be set for us. The stage will be set for us to go on and contend in the playoff and further. But let's go ahead and hop into the tail of the tape for this week for tonight's matchup. We're talking about a 4-1 Bills and the 2-2 Falcons, who are fresh off of a bye week. You know, the odds are favoring the road team. They're saying the Bulls. Why I keep saying Bulls? But anyway, the Bills are a betting favorite. You know, they're sitting around under 4.5 points with a money line of approximately 225. The Atlanta Falcons are the home underdogs at a plus 4.5 and a money line of around 185, plus 185. You know, the game over and under is set high, right around 49.5 total points. That's a lot of points. But anyway, defense, when you talk about defense versus defense, a mismatch. Let's start with the defense, right? Atlanta's defense is ranked #1. We haven't seen this in a long time. The total defense, 244 yards per game. And astonishing #1 in the pass defense at 135 yards per game. We've become a very stingy defense. Hence the #1 defense in the NFL right now. The Buffalo Bills defense, still a top 10 unit. They're ranked at #9 in total defense at 299 yards per game, and a respectable #2 in pass defense at 154 yards per game. But the Falcons defense is clearly statistically superior so far this season. We're winning that the yardage battle, especially against the pass. Now, when you hop over to offense versus offense, you talk about a firepower showdown. A lot of people had this game close. You have a even more so they're saying that it's going to be a blowout game, and Atlanta may just win by a field if it comes down to a field goal. But one thing about the Buffalo Bills, they are a 4-quarter team. They play good. They stay close for 4 quarters. So if we are to try to get ahead, we're going to have to do it early and keep our feet on their necks. Or rather, Bijan's feet on their necks. But guys, you talk about the Buffalo Bills offense that's ranked number 3 in the NFL in total offense at almost 400 yards per game, 395.8. Number 3 in scoring offense at 30.6 per game. That's going to be a heavy load for our offense. Very heavy load. They are a top-tier unit that can torch defenses. Now, when you talk about the Atlanta Falcons offense, we're ranked number 7 in total offense at 362 yards per game, while our solid yards game, they lack in scoring at number 26 in the league at 19 points per game. So you're talking about on both sides of the ball, we're going to have a heavy load, offensively and defensively. But we are very competitive. Our defense has stepped up. The Bills hold the edge in the offensive production with an ability to score that the Falcons have yet to consistently match. We were predicted to be that team that we were able to score 30 points a game. But for some reason or another, we have yet to meet that. Are we capable of it? Absolutely. But the game will be decided on the ground. The Falcons are coming off the bye week, like I said, rested, prepared, but the Bills are famously motivated after a loss. I think the record for Josh Allen is 26-8 or 24-8 after a loss. So he has a pretty good, rebound record, and their rushing defense is their weakness. So the Bills' run defense is weak. They're ranked number 28th in the league, allowing 145 yards per game. But the key call out for this one is the Falcons' run game is strong. We are ranked 6th in the NFL at 136 yards a game. So we own the edge in that. Right? So if the Falcons can pound the rock with Bijan Robinson and control the clock, they can keep Josh Allen off the field and turn his slow grind into an upset. The Bills are going to be fighting from here on out going into their bye week. They're going to be fighting to regain their footing. But the Falcons' rest and their ability to exploit the Buffalo Bills' Achilles heel, the run defense, makes this a much-watched matchup. Everyone is going to be looking to see how Zach Robinson utilizes our 2 beasts of running backs. And if you want to count in Nathan Carter, I think Nathan Carter can be a factor as well. That is a hard-running individual. Nathan Carter showed his running ability in the preseason, hence why everybody else was released. We have 3 of the best running backs in the league, hardest running backs in the league. Truth be told, and I'm not taking absolutely nothing away from Bijan Robinson and his running ability and how hard he runs, but I think Tyler Algier just may have a better day today with his running game. He is a true powerhouse, but it's going to be very nice to see if Tyler Algier can beat up those Buffalo Bills. Now, real quickly, before time gets away here, let's talk about the tale of the quarterbacks. The marquee matchup, the ultimate quarterback showdown. Josh Allen, the the MVP superstar, the rising superstar, the franchise cornerstone, Michael Penix Jr. This game is a passing of the torch to Michael Penix. He has taken it, he owns it, and it's a critical moment for him. Josh Allen is the prototype of the modern NFL quarterback. Through 5 games, he has operated at an elite level. His offense ranked 3rd in the NFL. Passing, he boasts a phenomenal 70-point completion rate with 9 passing touchdowns and just 2 interceptions. Allen is a dual threat weapon, adding 200 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. He is a one-man wrecking crew, but coming off of a tough loss, Allen and the Bills are sure to be motivated today. They will relentlessly attack Atlanta's secondary, challenging the Falcons to play a perfect game in the secondary. I have every confidence in the world that the front seven will stand up and hopefully contain Josh Allen with his running ability. But the secondary will be tested today, bar none. I hope it doesn't work out for Buffalo, but we will be tested. But like I said, this is a statement game for Michael Penix Jr. His first 4 starts have been inconsistent, but his last performance before the bye showed the high-end potential everyone bought into. Now, his inconsistency prior to last week's game, in my opinion, has absolutely nothing to do with Michael Penix and his ability to play quarterback. I think one factor, affected the other, whether it was play calling, coaching decision, and use of player personnel. But it had absolutely nothing to do with Michael Penix and his ability to orchestrate this team and to the next level. But in week 4, with that win over the Commanders, Penix had his best game yet, 313 passing yards, 2 touchdowns against 1 interception. He finally unlocked the deep passing game, hitting Drake London and Bijan Robinson for massive gains. And we're going to have to mimic that in this game tonight. The challenge, Penix must maintain the vertical threat. While staying clean, Josh Allen's offense will put up points, which means Penix cannot afford to play timid. Or shall I say, Zach Robinson cannot afford to play timid with his play calling. But the mandate for Penix is for Atlanta to pull the upset. This is what their young signal caller must deliver. Number 1, play clean. He must be efficient and protect the ball. Josh Allen thrives on short fields, and the Falcons defense, ranked number 1 in the NFL, cannot be betrayed by turnovers. Number 2, lean on the run. His best friend tonight will be the running game. Exploit Buffalo Bills' 28th ranked defense to control the clock and keep Allen on the sideline. If Penix plays smart, efficiently, and mimic his week 4 production without the errors, this can be the signature win that defines this season and puts the Falcons firmly on the map and on the road to the playoffs. Because like I said, this game, we could be revisiting this game further into the NFC conference. Michael Penix, his mission is remain clear. Play clean and efficient, but the path to that efficiency runs straight through a glaring weakness in the Bills' defense, a weakness that the Falcons must exploit. They must exploit it. Their Achilles heel is being able to be able to play without their missing a very vital missing piece. The Matt Milano. He is the Bills' defense. Everything runs through Matt Milano, the linebacker Matt Milano. He's out. So the middle of the field, sideline to sideline, all of that will be open. Yes, there are other guys there, but the severe breakdown is amplified by critical injuries and turning this issue into a full-blown crisis for the Buffalo Bills. Like I said, Matt Milano is out for this game, but like I said, everything rides through him. But his absence leaves a massive void in the run support. Yes, Shaq Thompson will be there. Dorian Williams will be there. Ed Oliver will be there. But Matt Milano is what drives this defense. And we must exploit the area of field where he normally patrols. The depth issues for the Bills are compounding. The Bills also placed rookie defensive tackle T.J. Saunders on injured reserve. This strips Buffalo any key depth on the interior defensive line, the exact unit that needs to hold firm against an opposing run game, our opposing run game. They got back Ed Oliver, but he's not 100%. So we need to either want to do one or two things: either make Ed Oliver run up and down the field chasing plays, or run right at him and make him overexert. Either way, we need to get Ed Oliver out of any kind of way of making key plays, right? The Falcons, with their opportunities, they need to establish a run. Like I said, the game plan starts with Bijan. Attack that weak Buffalo defense interior, and do it consistently, relentlessly. Protect Penix. Number 2, a successful run game will prevent the Bills' fierce pass rush from teeing off on the young guy. Number 3, play action. If the run defense is soft, it sets us up though for those vertical passing shots for Michael Penix that he does so well. And he demonstrated that against Washington. For Penix, playing clean means recognizing this advantage and trust the run game to the shoulder, and then strike surgically when the defense commits. And they will commit. If we execute the play action, they will commit. This weakness is the key to a statement victory. And I mean, we have to test every level of this game against Buffalo. We cannot leave no stone unturned. Buffalo is that type of team. We cannot shortchange anything, second guess anything, or try to have a chess match with Buffalo. This has to be a I'm coming at you, I'm coming to take my game football mentality, straight football, right? I mean, that's what it's all about. That's how we have established ourselves. That's how we need to continue to do it. But guys, welcome to Atlanta Falcons Fandemic. This is the podcast, pop-up podcast. Didn't intend on doing one, but I'm feeling the energy. Want to welcome my man, William Amy. Welcome him to the house. Appreciate you joining me, my brother. And hold up, my goodness, I lost my doggone YouTube page. Not my YouTube, Facebook. Give me a second, guy. I'm getting in there. But appreciate you joining me. He says that he said, yeah, we need to win this. We need to let this be this dub for us. And he also says that Ray McLeod is not showing, is not playing. Yeah, we are, and this is where Casey Washington, Cordero Hodge, and even Seals are going to come into play. This is going to be very critical, and it's even more critical now that Kyle Pitts gets started. We have to exploit Kyle Pitts. We need to get him started. With Matt Milano out of the game, this is going to be that the game where Kyle Pitts can do his thing out of the slot, or Drake London, either one. And you talking about Cordero Hodge coming back? If he's 100%, who knows? But even still on third down, Cordero Hodge is that guy, right? But hold on, guys, one more time. But hold on one more second, guys. I'm gonna get this thing right in a minute. All right, back to it. But William also says the line of scrimmage is the key. Keep Josh Allen on the sideline, and the defense have to get turnovers. You're absolutely right, my brother. You're absolutely right. We have to win that turnover margin. That turnover margin has to be on the favor side of the Atlanta Falcons. And we're going to get every opportunity. We're going to get that opportunity because Josh Allen is one of those type quarterbacks. He's going to test every part of the football field with every little asset that they're supposed to be strong in. But when you look at our cornerbacks, right, we got AJ Terrell coming back, which is a huge plus. Whether he's 100%, and I think during the conference he said he was like maybe 90, 95. He said, I don't know how you do that criteria. I mean, make that assessment, but that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. Now, William also said that Billy Bowman Jr. is out. I didn't know that. I didn't see that report or hear anything about that. But at the last roster, I see that. Let's see. Yeah, it says he's in. He's at least it says he's available. But let me know what's up with that, William. I didn't hear that nowhere, but let me know what's up. I could be wrong. This could be a game time, one of those rosters where they put together, right 90 minutes before the game. So let me know what's going on. I didn't hear that part. But to get back to the run game, guys, and we can't enforce it enough. The mandate for Bijan Robinson is to run, and we've been expressing this since last season. He against the Commanders, he came up with 181 yards from scrimmage, 75 rushing yards, 106 receiving yards. So this demonstrates the versatility that we have with Bijan Robinson. So even if we don't use Bijan Robinson as a runner, receiving game has a plus with him, Pitts, and Drake lined up. That creates a huge mismatch. Somebody's going to get open. But William also says we need to go next season getting some depth at wide receiver. That may be true, but we got access. We got 7 on the roster now, and we got 4 receivers on the practice squad, all of which I think could actually very well start in an NFL game. I mean, we still haven't seen what Nick Nash could do. I don't know why we didn't re-sign Chris Blair to the starting roster, who could very well have had a field day against this game. Nobody's actually watching Chris Blair. I mean, truly, we all saw what he could do in the preseason. But truth be told, if opposing teams are watching tape on the Falcons offense, I can almost assure you that they're not looking out for Chris Blair. And he could have very well been a good, secret weapon in this game. David Seals, I mean, why do we keep him if we're not going to use him? And then you put Chris Blair on the practice squad. I don't understand that. I don't see the upside in making David Seals the starting wide receiver over Chris Blair, who has shown you everything pretty much. Offensive wise, as far as wide receiver, special teams, he plays awesome on special teams. So, I mean, I don't know what the upside was to keeping David Seals. I don't know. Maybe it was a strategy game. Maybe they felt like if they put David Seals on the practice squad, that somebody would have snagged him up. More chance of somebody coming in and grabbing Chris Blair. But I don't know. Maybe, like I said, they playing a chess game. But anyway, the Bills defense is clear. It's a massive hole in the Bills defense. We need to exploit that. They're giving up 145 yards a game. If they're giving up that much yards a game against other teams who have either subpar running backs or lack of running ability, with the upside to Bijan, I'm looking for a 200-yard game. I mean, guys, I know I'm speculating there, but he can have a world of a game. If not, we could have close to 200 yards rushing between Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. I mean, it could very well happen. But Bijan could very well have a 200-yard game today, whether it be passing or rushing. I mean, or a combination of both. All right. Now, here's where I think the game is going to come is splitting hairs, right? The O-line, the offensive line dominance. I mean, the Falcons offensive line, they're a strong unit, right? But with Chris Lindstrom, Jake Matthews, Bergeron, who am I missing? Elijah Wilkinson. These guys have learned to play well together, and I think it's going to get even better. And the news that I got a couple of days ago, and I'm going to do a video on that one, is that the offensive line is now considered to be elite in today's NFL. Go figure that. Trust me, I believe it. I couldn't believe it myself until I read the article. The offensive line is considered to be elite, meaning they are in the top 10, or they could be very well top 5. Elijah Wilkinson has filled and met every expectation. And I'm pretty sure he has stuck a few feet in people's minds, because that was actually a concern coming into the season, that Elijah Wilkinson coming in, filling in for Caleb McGarrett, would need a lot of help coming in, trying to protect Michael Penix's backside. But as you watch the game, yeah, I mean, he has had a lot of help. But, you know, you're playing against a guy like Chris Lindstrom. Chris Lindstrom is a very smart offensive lineman, very smart. He knows when to give help. And and Elijah, not saying he need all the help in the world, but if Elijah makes mistakes, Chris Lindstrom is there to help him. And outside of the two, I think it was 2 holding penalties that Elijah had, I think those are like the only 2 like critical mistakes that he has had all season. I think it is. Now, the only one thing that we can take away from him is that the fact that he's his rushes, how many rushes that came from his side. That part I'm gonna have to go through and do a little research on. But it's getting close to game time, guys, and let's see. I'm gonna go run through these comments right quick. William says it's ridiculous. We have 2 starters out, so we have to score points early. Yes, I said that earlier, that we have to start earlier scoring points with every opportunity. No quick 3 and outs, especially no quick 3 and outs. We need to stretch every play, score at will, get into that red zone, control the ball. And like I said, this needs to be one of those games where we can't afford to go score for score, right? And if we do decide it happens to go that way, we need to start controlling the ball in the 3rd and 4th quarters, right? And that's what it's going to come down to, especially if it comes down to us having to kick a field goal to win. I'll take a win anyway, anyhow against Buffalo. A win's a win, right? And we also still need to look good and look tough. We don't want to come in and get blown out, thinking that because Buffalo is hurt on so many levels that we go to underestimating what they can do. Obviously, they showed that they can still contend without certain people on offense. It's the defensive side of the ball that now that they're missing Matt Milano, how they're going to continue to pull off defensive plays. William says also special teams needs to get better in punt coverage as well. That much is true. We pretty much, I'm not gonna say yes, we did. We pretty much revamped their special teams. Like I said, Chris Blair, who was on special teams, he's no longer there. But it's pretty much been, you added players like David Seals, who has played special teams. Felipe Franks has played special teams. So we got a few new faces on special teams, and it's going to be a work in progress. One thing Atlanta has always had, not the best special teams, but always been solid. But like you said, we do need to get better on punt coverage, especially the tackling on punt coverage. At some point, I fear somebody may break one on us, but I agree with you. Yes, he's out, so I don't know who's playing nickelback. That is a very important point. I'm thinking Natron Brooks will be that backup guy. I don't think I pulled a roster up, but yeah, I'm thinking Natron Brooks will be that backup guy. If you ask me, I don't know for sure. Can he play nickel? I don't know, but if I had to pick between the two, Natron will be that guy. He's kind of like a ball hawk. His tackling is probably the best on the team. So I ain't gonna say best on the team because what's his name? You guys know who I'm talking about. DeMarco Hellams. He's probably the best tackler on the team. But that's a good question though, Amy. But we'll have to see to find out. Let's see. He said, yeah, he's out. We only have one player to have is Casey Washington. Yeah, we have to see him more. We haven't seen a solid performance by him yet. We saw several solid attempts, right? But we do have to see him more. But that's going to be on Zach Robinson. But now that we're out without Darnell Mooney, Casey Washington will probably be that next guy that can possibly take the top off the defense, right? Somebody to get downfield while Drake operates underneath. But not taking away nothing from Drake, because Drake can do the same thing. He also said we better come out and prepare and execute. Yeah, I agree with that. We have to come out early and come out strong. Playing this club, it's one of those things where we have to score and score often at every opportunity, right? So the one thing that has to happen, Bijan has to get 25 plus carries. We have to control the clock, and we got to capitalize on all missed tackles, capitalize on all of Buffalo's mistakes, right? But we're going to go ahead and get out of here because I think that, yeah, the game, well, it has started, or trying to get started anyway. But we have to unleash the play action, right? That's going to be key. That's going to be the massive play. We got to get Kyle Pitts started, and we got to lean so heavily on the run game. Defensively, takeaways. We got to get the takeaways in. Can't let Josh Allen continue to sit back in the pocket and make defining plays that could very well keep them, in the game. Even if we don't get Josh Allen down on the ground, right? Even if we don't get him down on the ground, we have to at least make him think that he's about to hit the ground, right? We're talking turnovers. We're talking rushes, pass rush. We have to contain Josh Allen. Stop allowing him to make plays with his legs. He's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league at extending plays. He's probably the worst, as bad as what's the name up in Kansas City, Mahomes. But we have to keep him contained and don't let him orchestrate in the pocket, meaning don't give him all that time. We got to get the pressure on him. So I'm looking for James Pierce Jr. on defense to have a good game. Looking for Jalen Walker to finally have that game, that breakout game. And Caden Ellis, Divine Diablo, you just keep it SOS. Same old stuff. Keep getting in that backfield on the blitzes. Keep getting the pressure on the quarterback. Have a meeting at the quarterback. Have a gathering at the quarterback. Meet me at the quarterback. That needs to be the mentality tonight against Josh Allen. But guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank everybody for joining me because I got to get some things set up in here too as well. But the stage is set for us, guys. Like I said earlier, if you're not already following me, follow me on YouTube at Atlanta Falcons Fandemic. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me. And yes, we do have to get Tyler Algier involved in the game as well. Even if we have to put both backs out there on the field, right? That will confuse everyone, the Bills defense even more. They already have to contend with Bijan running, but to contend with him going out for passes as a receiver, that's going to hurt him even more. But I hope that Jeff Ulbrich, Raheem Morris, Zach Robinson, they have a strategic plan to keep this game at hand, even with their coaching decisions, with their play calling. And we have to put these guys, we have the players, we have to put these guys in position to win. They are eager to win. They want to win. We finally have the energy to win, right? So we have to put these guys in position to win. They have all the talent in the world. Let's not lose that focus. But guys, fans, like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you joining me for this short show. It's a pop-up show. Just wanted to get this in the bag. Stay tuned for a pop-up show. It'll probably come late tonight, though. But please stay tuned for a pop-up show and join me then. As always, guys, let's continue to rise up. Let's go show these Bills what it's all about. Rise up.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's your boy E-Man, Falcons Fandemic. We on that plan, all the hype in the city, let me break it down. Atlanta Falcons, wear the crown.